He didn't threaten you, right? No, I never even said a word to him. Please, don't ever talk to people like that again. Thank God I stayed in my car, didn't get involved, didn't say anything. This wasn't anything but pure harassment. People following you, recording you, trying to bait a reaction. Does he even live around here? Nope. Just another online clout chaser twisting stories and turning nothing into something. Would your boss even know him? Oh, right, he's one of those so-called video creators. And right at the center of all this chaos, Tiffany Henyard, mayor of Dalton, Illinois, drowning in scandal and public outrage. Why? Because leaked BODYCAM footage just dropped, showing federal agents arresting her. Yeah, arrested. And honestly, it's been coming for a while. She's been under fire for months, and now the flames are finally swallowing everything. The accusations? Corruption. Misconduct. Lies. This isn't noise anymore. This is real. Consequences are here. The people of Dalton have had enough. They're demanding change, and the truth is finally breaking through. Years of mismanagement, deception, and flat-out abuse of power. And those 3 clowns riding shotgun with her? Please. They talk big, act tough, but it's all smoke and mirrors. Every word out of their mouths sounds like static. When you listen to Henyard speak, you don't hear leadership. You hear someone unfit to run a lemonade stand, let alone a town. The rumors about her arrest had been floating around for months. Everyone knew this moment was coming. Now it's official. Reports confirm the FBI took her in, and the woman who once acted untouchable could soon be trading her mayor's badge for a prison ID. The investigation kicked off back in November, and ever since, the subpoenas have been flying, uncovering layer after layer of fraud, shady spending, and cover-ups, each one uglier than the last. Just last week, the community marched under one powerful banner, "Take our town back." That slogan said it all. The people are fed up. They're done. And this isn't her first brush with law enforcement. Unlike her earlier arrest for breaking into someone's car, this time she's facing a mountain. 22 criminal charges. 22. That's not a scandal, that's a meltdown. Even her own lawyer walked away, reportedly because she couldn't pay the bill. Meanwhile, Dalton is drowning in debt. A $20 million crater, all under her watch. That's what happens when someone who shouldn't be in charge treats a town like it's their personal playground. Henyard got elected mayor in 2021, sure. But her real power came from her other job, township supervisor. That position pays over $220,000 a year. How'd she get it? Simple. The last person in that seat died. She swooped right in, and to keep her spot secure, she pulled a dirty trick, slashing the salary for anyone running against her down to just $25,000. From $220,000 to $25,000, just to scare off challengers. That's not politics. That's dictatorship on a local scale. That's fear disguised as leadership. It's gotten so bad, the town had to bring in outside help, a former Chicago official, billing $400 an hour, just to clean up her mess. That's the level of chaos Dalton's been living in. But now, finally, it feels like justice is closing in. After years of smoke and mirrors, silence and spin, it's catching up fast. And for the first time in forever, residents are starting to breathe. Because maybe, just maybe, accountability is coming. In breaking news out of Illinois, the FBI has officially raided both the village of Dalton and Thornton Township, serving federal subpoenas and seizing records tied to Henyard's corruption. ABC 7 News broke the story first. Agents collected personnel files, police records, and financial documents under court order. Inside, Henyard's own council members have turned against her, openly condemning her behavior. In an interview, she denied everything, deflecting blame onto haters. But it's too late. The fire's out of control. The council even brought in former Chicago mayor and ex-U.S. Attorney Lori Lightfoot to lead an independent investigation. And the allegations? They're spiraling fast. A township employee accused Henyard of sexual assault during a Las Vegas trip. Others claim unpaid wages and illegal firings. The dominoes keep falling. Insiders say her arrogance on a recent program proved exactly why the scandal has grown so massive. Her carelessness, her ego, her total disregard for truth. And those 3 cronies still clinging to her side, they're not just wrong, they're delusional. Their IQ levels are barely measurable. They really believe their rambling matters. But every time they open their mouths, they just dig the hole deeper. And the fact that Tiffany Henyard, this Tiffany, is still calling herself a mayor, that's beyond ridiculous. While she was at the center of the storm, FBI agents were literally interviewing witnesses on site. These testimonies exposed the raw human cost of Tiffany Henyard's alleged corruption, the heartbreak, the trauma, and the years of pain endured by ordinary people left in the wreckage of her leadership. One woman's story stands out. After decades of silence, 20, maybe 30 years, she reached her breaking point. Her nightmare had come true, and this time, she refused to stay quiet. Her voice trembled, but her conviction didn't. Justice must come swiftly. She's fought through trauma, depression, and fear, leaning on prayer for strength. And now, she's not just speaking for herself. She's speaking for every woman who's been silenced, isolated, or ignored. She's standing for all of them, and she's standing tall. Inside Henyard's chaotic administration, assistants were expected to keep it real, especially when she was in the room. One recalled casually discussing a work trip, mentioning the date, May 21st. That's my 31st birthday, she said, smiling. And I've never been to Vegas. Even if it's for business, that would mean a lot to me. Her tone was genuine, professional, even hopeful. But that small moment of normalcy clashed hard with Henyard's next move, an explosive meltdown caught on camera. She stood before officials shouting, "I'm the leader." Her voice shook the room. "People want to hear from me, not from y'all sitting around talking." It wasn't confidence. It was chaos. And to many watching, it was clear. She was losing control. Then came the bombshell. Former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot released a damning report detailing Henyard's reckless spending. Money meant for people of Dalton, money meant for relief and community programs, was allegedly squandered on luxury travel, fine dining, and shady business expenses. Critics say her greed deepened Dalton's financial crisis, while residents suffered. She reportedly splurged on 5-star hotels, expensive dinners at Ruth's Chris and Bubba Gump Shrimp Company, and then showed up to a town meeting wearing a Bubba Gump hat like it was a joke. But for Dalton residents, none of this was funny. It was infuriating. When local reporters confronted Henyard about her Vegas trip, her responses were bizarre, almost surreal. Asked point blank if she had been to Las Vegas, she stumbled, replying, "What is that?" When pressed again, she backtracked. "Of course I do." Then came the real question. Did taxpayers foot the bill? Did she fly first class? Suddenly, she dodged again, spinning half answers that only fueled suspicion. And while she fumbled on live television, the FBI was already moving behind the scenes, tracking, documenting, collecting evidence in real time. Breaking reports confirmed it. Federal agents had officially raided Dalton and Thornton Township. Court-authorized subpoenas were served, seizing files from the police department, personnel records, and financial documents tied directly to Henyard's administration. ABC 7 News broke the story, confirming that the investigation was now in full swing. Even members of her own council, many of whom had begged for accountability, finally took action, hiring Lori Lightfoot herself to lead a sweeping corruption probe. And as more evidence surfaces, the list of accusations keeps growing. Sexual assault on a taxpayer-funded trip, wrongful firings, unpaid workers, financial manipulation, and relentless abuse of power. Yet, even as the walls close in, Tiffany Henyard continues to deny it all. On live TV, she laughed, deflected, and blamed her enemies. But make no mistake, the FBI is watching closely, and the net around her empire of lies is tightening fast. The show might not be over, but the audience, they've already seen enough.